first step to becoming a speedcuber is to just get a better cube. So right now, just starting out, you probably don't have a very good cube, and you probably have this cube, the Rubik's brand cube, which, I mean, it turns, but you have to put some effort into it. Now, if there are, cubes can get very expensive, like $65, but there are some cubes like this one that are only around $9, and they're still very good. They're way faster and smoother, and if you miss a line, you can still turn it. As with this one, if you miss a line, it will not turn. So a good cube has magnets. It can corner cut, where that's where it can where it misaligns and it can still turn. And it has customization. So for customization, your cube, if it's a good cube with customization, it will come with some tools. Almost every single cube will have a screw, so you can just use a screwdriver to loosen it or tighten it. But be careful because it's very easy to overdo it. But some cubes will have tools. So this, it's getting tighter, tighter, and then it drops and it gets looser, and then tighter, tighter, and soon it just goes in a big circle, gets tighter, tighter, and then drops again. So this cube particularly, I'm going to have all these kinds of things, everything in this video I'm going to be talking about. I'll put links in the description. But yeah, I'll put this in the link in the description as well if you want it. It is quite cheap for how good it is. Also, after using your cube for a while, it will be dusty inside. It'll get dusty inside and won't be as smooth as it used to be. So lubricant, which we just shortened to lube, will help speed up your cube, make it smoother. And some cubes, or some even lubricants, may even slow down your cube if your cube is so fast. But that's pretty rare. But yeah, I'll put some good lubricants in the description for you. Also, you might want to get a little mat, because so it doesn't ruin your table or your Rubik's Cube while solving if you drop it on the ground after you solve it. And a timer, but I'll talk more on the timer later. Step 2 is to learn some finger tricks. So now that you have a good cube, you can actually start turning better, but you don't want to use wrist turns. These are wrist turns. You want to use finger moves. The only turns you can use with your wrist that you are pretty much always are okay are the right side and the left side. Otherwise, you want to be using your fingertips like this, or your thumb like that. For example, here's a popular algorithm, that if I use with my wrists, this is how it would look like. Otherwise, if I just use my fingertips, I have an entire video I just came out with, so you can go check that out. So yeah, finger tricks will make an insanely big difference. Next, after you get a new cube, you learn your finger tricks. What you want to do is to start timing your solves. So you can get a timer. This is what they use in the WCA in real competitions. I'll talk more on the WCA later. But this is the real timer. It is kind of expensive though. So you can go to your computer, which has a nice timer here. You can customize it, all kinds of stuff. It keeps track of your times and your averages, all kinds of nice stuff. Or you could just have a little timer on your phone that's touch, stop, and stop. Start and stop. So yeah, you want to start solving your times, and on top of that, you want to start keeping your records. So that way you have a goal to beat, and also start setting goals for like each end of the month. I want to get a new record, or I want to get a new record, average of 5 record by 2 seconds, something like that. So yeah, make sure you set goals, and you keep breaking records to get faster. Next, let's talk about competition, WCA. The WCA is for World Cubing Associations, I think. Anyway, it's just competitions all over the world, and in these competitions you can break records because they are professional. You may have a few competitions by you and near like the time. But yeah, it would be awesome if you get fast enough to start doing well in competition. Once you go to a competition, I think it's like you're a real cuber. Except I've never been to a competition, but I still call myself a cuber, so I still want to go to a competition though. The WCA also has a lot of rules and stuff, so if you go to a competition, make sure you read a few of those. That way, because certain cubes they won't accept, like if a sticker is on a corner, they won't accept it. If they even have a scratch that's noticeable, they won't let you use that cube. So stuff like that. Finally, after all this, the last step to becoming a cuber is to expand. So the first ones you want to expand to is 2x2, 4x4, and 5x5. You can go up to 7x7, 6x6, and 7x7 because those are also in WCA events. But yeah, these would be a nice start to expand. And then some interesting puzzles they have in WCA. Pure Minx, which is easy. Mega Minx, which is a 3x3 just with doubled the sides. And then this is called a Square One. I'm currently still working on it. It's a harder puzzle. I'm trying to solve it by myself right now before I make a tutorial on it. So yeah. Then you can just start getting crazy. This is called a mirror cube. This is really fun. So if you're going to become a cuber, you gotta have one of these. You can get some picture cubes, gear cubes, which are fun, and cubes you might not be able to buy online. This is a 9x9x3. It is very hard. Also, you might want to race people even at home. So with the GoCube, I'll put this in the link in the description, you can race other people on your phone. It lights up. It does all kinds of cool things. So yeah. You can also do other fun things like collect cubes. I have like 60 cubes. And these are like a tenth of the ones, all of them I have right now. But yeah, I think once you start accomplishing these, you are becoming a cuber. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.